We are breaking blocks and shit because we're gonna talk about Minecraft. Again. Again.
Yay.
Again. We're
Again,
here.
again.
Season 2, baby. Here we are.
Yeah.
It's been a
Hell
while,
yeah.
but we're back. Boom.
The boys are back in town.
They are.
Yeah.
This town.
The boys haven't
Specifically.
recorded this already.
And it wasn't because one boy forgot to press record.
Yeah, and that boy's name was Tom. Anyway.
It was
Tom.
not Tom. Fuck. Shit.
It's okay.
So
We're here.
yeah, we're back. It might be a bit shaky, but we're here.
And I'm supposed to preface, yes, this podcast is going to be different from the last 12 that we had. This is no longer the same format. We're not talking about a video game, even though it might sound a little bit like it is, but it's not. We're ditching the 1 month, play game for 1 month and talk about it.
We freaking did that shit.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, we
done.
freaking did
That's
that.
season
It's done.
1. That's all.
Yeah.
Please keep up. We're branching out and trying to speak about any really topic that we want. Still keeping focused like media and stuff that we consume.
Yeah.
And maybe show a little bit more of our personality through that and our opinions. Yes, we'll still talk about video games. And if you're crying and pissing yourself, being like, but I want to be told a game to play this month. Well, play Minecraft.
Yep.
Play Minecraft.
Play freaky dickin' Minecrafting.
yeah, like- What I was gonna say was just like, you know, when we were recording the original OG podcast, we just found we like to discuss shit, and so we're just gonna kind of just take that forward and just discuss shit in general. But like, the best thing I could say is just watch this podcast, like episode 1, and you'll get a pretty good feel for what the direction of the podcast is. That's pretty much all I'm gonna say.
Indeed.
And whatever this is might not be rock solid on what it's going to be. It's up to change. Just stick around. Enjoy the ride.
Just hang out, just chill out, bro.
Yeah. Sit you down. Sit yourself down. Stop pissing
Sit down.
yourself. Sit down.
Sit down. Right?
Just fucking breathe.
Wherever you are.
Relax.
On the train, bus, plane, even. A boat.
If you don't have a seat,
in the middle of the
sit
ocean.
on someone.
On a
Sit
bed.
on someone.
Sit on someone. Even your dog.
Thank you. Thank
Okay?
you.
You comfortable? Your headphones in.
Jeez.
Right. Now lock in. Because
Fuck.
we're about to talk about the fucking Minecraft movie. Isn't that right, boys?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Hell freaking yeah.
Chicken jockey.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Here we go.
What a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we went to go see this all together at the cinema. Yeah. We did that
Yeah.
as boys.
We did
We
do
did
that.
that.
We went outside and touched grass. We do you go outside.
Do.
Do. Fuck.
Yes. We thought, because we play Minecraft quite often together, and
Yeah.
we're also friends. We were like, you know what? Let's make a day out of it. We don't go to the cinema together all that often. I think the last time we did was to watch the D&D movie,
That's true.
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
I think
Yeah.
that is the case.
We went, the three of us, plus Harley's and nice partners, because they also play Minecraft with us. And we had a whole lovely day out in London.
Yeah.
Went to some nerdy shops. I don't know if these shops are also anywhere else in the world, but if you're from the UK, you know Forbidden Planet is the way to go.
Hell yeah.
Way.
Yeah, so
The one thing I bought in that shop is probably one of my favorite purchases I've done in a while. I bought this cool cocktail recipe book that I
Yeah.
want to share with the world. It's called Cocktails and Consoles. Basically, it has 75 recipes for cocktails that are based on video games. And hey, I don't drink alcohol. However, there's quite a few cool mocktails if you also don't drink alcohol. And there's both mine and my partner's favorite video games there, Kingdom Hearts and Professor Layton. So we're gonna be making that shit.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's
and when
freaking epic.
And when we have people around, they can be like, can I have a Persona 5, please? Or
Yo.
can I have a Death Stranding, please?
That's the nuttiest shit I've ever heard.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
but it's lit. book recommendation for the month.
Book recommendation. Yeah, Tom's been reading this month. He's been reading about cocktails.
Bruh.
But
There's this shit called alcohol. It makes you go crazy.
Yo, it makes life epic.
really crazy. Never touched it.
Yeah.
King hell.
Yeah, London's always a special occasion. You know, don't go there often. And then you're reminded that it stinks of piss and is filled with lots of people. And you get a bit
People,
claustrophobic.
just
And then people
so
are
many
so
people.
rude.
Yeah.
And yeah.
You know what is the thing though?
What?
I would notice, what I would stand out
Yeah.
in this journey specifically is, usually people do suck, but every person I interacted with on this trip was great.
Do you know
Everyone
why?
was really
People in the
polite.
shops.
I think I figured it out.
No, just everywhere.
I think I figured out why.
Oh.
Why?
The sun.
The sun?
Yes.
Yeah, the sun
That's
has come
right.
out.
I genuinely
Batman
believe...
is gone.
Yeah, Batman's
The
gone.
sun is out.
The streets are safe.
The streets are safe.
Batman got rid of all the criminals in the winter, and now we're
This
safe.
shit's Superman's job now.
Yeah, it is.
He's
So
on
happy-
clock.
happy
Did the same
times.
joke last year.
Yep, and we're bringing it
Yeah.
back, baby.
Let's fucking go.
Freaking callback.
Yeah.
OG fans.
Hey,
Yo.
season 1 heads.
Hey,
Yeah.
season 1 heads. Whoa.
Son of-
Rise up.
It's cool. I didn't realize you had such a great experience with
Because, like,
London.
when we were,
Yeah.
like, traveling and going from place to place, and obviously it gets quite busy and you're going in between people, like, everyone was like, oh, sorry, excuse me, or, like,
Really?
yeah, literally every person that I bumped into was, like, quite apologetic and, like, and no one tried to steal anything off me. It was great.
Bro, as a foreigner, I get elbow checked when I'm just walking around London all the time,
Yeah.
and I say sorry, but the person doesn't even look back, bro. They're
Yeah.
just fucking on a mission.
Yeah, no, everyone
So-
I bumped into apologized and, like, was chill about it,
Bro,
which was
crazy. Sometimes
Was
I
it
get
what-
knocked down on the floor and I'm pissing and crying, you know?
Wow.
yeah, and then they turn around and beat the shit out of you.
Yeah,
and you're just
and
like,
they piss
yeah.
on
Hey,
you.
I'm sorry,
and
man.
then, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, so, well, you know what? Good for you. You had a good
Yeah.
experience with people.
Yeah,
from
man.
home. Good for you.
Hopefully,
pretty cool.
Hopefully, yeah, the sun can maintain the positivity for now.
yeah.
That'll be good. But yeah, so let's talk about our actual experience watching
So,
the movie.
I've never really watched a movie. Well, I have watched a movie. Hold on. So, I've never watched a movie. No. Fuck.
Take 3?
No. We'll keep it in. I've never.
Yeah, no, I'm keeping the take.
Yeah, I've never watched. I forgot my sentence. I've never watched. Can you tell? It's early in the morning. I've never
we're
watched
recording
a
this early.
movie in London, like in a cinema in
Right.
London. That's the sentence I
right.
wanted to say.
Right.
So it was a very weird experience, especially we watched it in Leicester Square, where all the movie premieres is. So you would expect like these are
Yeah.
the big lavish cinemas.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was quite impressed. We went to View, because cinema
Yeah.
tickets are fucking expensive, and
Yeah, for no
yeah.
reason.
you know. So we went to View. It's just saying this. It's just seeing the same film, just maybe.
I don't think I've been to a View before. I think
Have
that was
you
my
not?
first View experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go to View all the time, and this is not an ad. It's just the cheapest experience.
Yeah.
And and in most views, it feels like that. But
This one,
luckily the
however?
one we went to was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was pretty fucking solid.
And as someone who has worked at View,
Ah.
it is definitely the cheapest experience.
Yeah.
But somehow this one that we went to, it's not like any other View. Like we went to this
Yeah.
massive screening, like where we had slightly recliner seats. The screen had like a curtain, like a red curtain, that opened as the ads were coming on.
Yeah.
That show was crazy.
Yeah, and there was
It was
barely
fucking awesome.
anyone in there. Just a few, like probably 15 people, maybe.
Yeah, maybe 15 people.
Yeah, that's like-
maybe.
Yeah.
Which
But
is
it was
surprising to me. because it was like 4 days after the film came out in the UK at least.
Yeah.
Well, we kind of picked a good solid time to watch it.
Yeah. True.
Where not many people would be going. But I think what's also stand out to mention is the fact that most of the people saw, like the 15 or so people, this is good for context, we're all about our age.
Yeah, between 18 to
20-something.
27, let's say.
Yeah.
I think they're within that range.
It was a range of people that were clearly there for one thing and one thing only, and that was to watch the freaking Minecraft movie.
Indeed.
Yeah. Here's what I'll say. I don't know how everyone's Minecraft movie experience was. Ours was pretty good.
Yeah.
And I think I know I don't know who was responsible for this.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that really set the tone on how the experience was going to be was so they had the ads, showing regular ads, whatever, right? And then they had this, and if somehow I can find it, or we can find it online, we'll try and show it. They had this kind of who is this Pokemon type reveal of characters for like the Minecraft movie, but they'll slowly reveal it.
Yeah.
And it would be like, can you guess the character? And it was Steve, the pink sheep, and the bee, like in that sequence.
Yeah.
And when that came on, I don't know if we started it or people behind us or in front of us started. They just started going, Steve, 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 and like everyone joined in. And like when it was revealed that it was Steve, even when the full image was revealed, no one clapped. Only when the name came on, people started clapping and being like, "Yeah, it's Steve." And then same with the pink sheep and the bee. And so that whoever did that, I think, was a stroke of genius to kind of be able to gauge how the cinema was going to be. Because if we were the only ones saying Steve, 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 I think we probably would have stayed nice and quiet.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole experience, because we don't want to bother anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I think that's the case with most decent people. They don't want to bother anyone in cinema, even though if it's like a hype movie, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because it's not the first movie we've been to that has like big reactions.
Yeah, but like I think
how'd you guys find that?
It was a really good tone setter.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really interesting because I think that was a rare scenario in which there was a lot of people I saw entering the movie that were more like introverted. I mean, me included. And I think that like setting, like that guessing thing was like a really good like gauge because everyone kind of got involved to the point where everyone got comfortable like almost with each other in that moment of being like, oh, okay, this is fair game. Like, everyone's kind of on board. Everyone's like, no one was like shouting at someone for being loud or like, you know, getting excited. It was like a kind of a really like accepting environment of people like that were like all kind of had a common goal, and that was to like, wasn't like just have fun. There wasn't like a full care for like exactly what we're watching. Like, you know, like it wasn't that important because at the end of the day, the Minecraft movie isn't important. And so there was like a general understanding in the audience, and I think that like guessing thing was a really good like hype up that everyone got. So then going into the movie, like it was fucking fair game. But yeah, that's my thoughts.
One thing that shows how not seriously people were taking it, like there was these three guys in front of us just wearing like shirts and ties, like very formal, like almost like up. The Minions. Yeah, they dressed up, like, but not as extreme as the whole Minions situation. But yeah, like we were all set.
Yeah, it was a good level of energy at the time, because I don't know if you guys have seen recently of like reactions to a lot of the things that happen in the Minecraft movie, which goes like to the extreme. Which is the point where it's like, you know,
if we
not
can find
Pog,
some reactions, we'll put it on the.
I think it's to the point of getting so excited for the sake of a reaction.
Yeah, or just being stupid, or
for an excuse to act irrationally.
Yeah.
I think people are taking it too far.
Yeah.
For the sake of getting attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the thing of like when you start making a mess again, as someone who has worked at View or like a cinema, whatever.
Yeah.
Like that mess. It look maybe for someone outside the video, it might look fun or funny, but like there's actual people who are cleaning that mess up and like. Especially if it's like a late screening, there's cinemas who put movies on at like at 10 in the evening and then the movie finishes at midnight or whatever. People have to clean that up, and that's like an extra, let's say 10, 20, half an hour time that they have to stay in the cinema to clean all that shit up, and maybe that person goes home late or misses a train or the bus or whatever it is. I know it's something that's very small, but people obviously don't realize.
Yeah, also people watching the movie, like families. Like this, at the end of the day, guys, this film is aimed for kids. Yeah?
Yeah.
So, lots of families and kids will be there, and just people do just generally want to watch the film, right? And there's a bar that's like fine reaction, and then there's like the over-the-top, like, ridiculous antisocial behaviour kind of thing, right?
That's why I think we had the perfect audience.
Yeah. But
like, and again, that little ad bit of, like, guessing the character was a perfect gauge.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I've seen, because of this stuff, they're considering cutting out some of the things in the movie.
Crazy.
Because of this, what's happening. So it's crazy. We will be there we saw the chicken jockey cut. That's what we saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Release the chicken jockey cut.
Yeah, there's a potential like that they're gonna remove it from the movie because of this stuff. So, this behaviour, isn't rewarded in any way. It's just gonna take away experience from others. So I think people just need to think about that. But less about the serious side of things.
Like we had such a lovely time.
Yeah.
Like, because all of our reactions were mostly auditory. It wasn't any mess. It was us cheering and clapping for fun little memes.
Yeah.
That was it. That's all we did.
That was pretty much it.
Yeah.
Well, should we get
into
the
movie itself?
Let's get into the meat of the sandwich.
Yeah.
How do we want to approach this? Do we just go like just general
beat
stuff, or for beat of the movie? Like how do you guys want to approach this? This is
I think we are going to try to go as non-spoilery as we can until we cannot.
Nah, yeah. I think
if you don't want, yeah, please.
It's been, when this comes out, it'll be a few weeks, so I think you're gonna have your chance to watch the movie. And if you've clicked on this video with this title,
you probably don't care,
right?
Yeah.
You probably know that we're going to spoil it. So I think let's just put the spoiler warning out now, I think, because it's going to be hard not to spoil the movie,
Okay, maybe before we do the spoiler alert thing, we can talk about whether we think the movie's worth watching or not.
Okay.
I think if you've played Minecraft ever, for, I don't know, whatever period of time, I think the movie's pretty fun. I don't necessarily think it's a good movie, but I think it's a fun movie. And if you have friends you've played Minecraft with, take them alongside you, or family even, they've maybe played Minecraft with. I think that's a fair day, or not fair, a fun day out. That's my opinion.
Do what we did.
Yeah.
And watch it. Like, it's really hard to, like, put into words. Like, in the nicest way, lower your expectations, and then lower them a bit more, and then watch the movie, and then just have some fun.
Yeah.
Like, ultimately, that's what I did. This is coming from someone that is, like, a fucking diehard Minecraft fan.
Yeah.
Like, I knew and I think everyone knows from the memes and from like the trailers that the movie in particular wasn't going to be like fucking amazing. Like it's not going to be peak. Let's be real. It did look very dodgy. And going in with that context, I think is very valuable. And so if I was to like say anything, I'd just say, yeah, just try and lower your expectations a bit. Go in just to have some fun, and then some, the movie will shine in certain areas. But if you're going for a serious watch, probably don't.
But anyway, what defines a good movie? I think that's a different topic for another day.
I think just structurally,
right?
Just like the beats that the movie took,
right?
So you know what?
Let's go.
Spoiler warning.
Here we go. We're going in. So I was in the same boat as Tyler of like low expectations, but here to have a good time kind of thing. Because I knew what we're about to watch will be an experience for all of us. That's what I valued the most. But as soon as like the Mojang symbol came up, and then the world loading came up on the screen, and the song, I can't remember what the song is called, the stereotypical Minecraft song.
We know the one.
Yeah. That one, I was like, it kind of like hit this nostalgia wave just hit me instantly, going, maybe we might be in safe hands.
We just settled into our seats.
Yeah.
It's like,
and then seeing the loading thing come, I go, okay, maybe it's not going to be that bad. And then so we get a quote unquote like backstory of Steve.
Which I must say, that like I wish the movie was the backstory.
Yeah,
that's what I wish the movie was.
Yeah,
it was just like, because it was such an interesting concept. Like, it was this guy in the real world finding this artifact to basically Minecraft, the overworld, and just living his life, finding a dog, and then chaos ensues because of the Nether. Sure, whatever. Make the villain like, I don't know, the Wither, or sure, the penguins, whatever. Like, it doesn't really matter too much, but they just kind of skimmed through Steve's Minecraft experience.
Yeah. So
which it all they did was be like, hey, Jack Black, stand in front of this green/blue screen and just fuck around for a bit.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like to me.
Yeah, so Steve as a kid wants to go down in the mines. Strange, he's going for that. I guess that old-timey blood is still in him.
Yeah.
I want to go down that deep, dark cave and mine.
Right. I mean, it's one of those things, one of the famous lines of the movie is, that as a child I yearned for the mines, which is just like...
Yeah.
This movie was directed, actually, I think it's interesting to note, by someone called Jared Hess, who was the director for Nacho Libre and Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, if you've watched those movies, there's a pretty good gauge of, what you're gonna get. It is a bit awkward. It's more not supposed to be taken seriously. They're more, comedy movies, but they're a bit out there. A little bit. And, this movie's definitely that, from the dialogue, from everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, this initial scene is very telling as to what you're gonna get.
And we're pretty much introduced to the MacGuffin, which is the thingy, right? Which activates the portal to Minecraft.
Yeah.
Or the overworld.
I think, as they actively said, you put the thingy in the thingy.
Yeah.
And you do a thing. I think that was...
And then...
That was the, actual
Steve
dialogue.
does the Minecraft experience.
I wish, they incorporated that into the game, but it took you to a different dimension, and that would be cool. That would be cool.
What would it take you to?
Update. I don't know.
Real
world.
Real world. your Minecraft characters into your bedrooms like.
So we're introduced with our villain, who is Margosha.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
To be fair, I kind of like the main structure of the plot of the piglings wanting to take over the overworld.
Sure, it's just classic. Oh, I want to take over the world.
I think it was just like
classic. That's fine.
Yeah, I had no problems with the villain stuff and their plan or whatever. That's pretty fine. And then Steve discovers the Nether, and he has a dog also as well, because you always have a dog in Minecraft.
Dennis.
And Dennis, the OG, the boy, and they go to the Nether, and then Dennis and Steve get captured by the piglings, and then the Margosha wants the thingy, and
the thingy.
Yeah, and then Dennis gets the thingy, and Steve tells them to run away, and they run away all the way back to the real world, and then Steve is like stuck as a prisoner for the piglings for how long?
Yeah.
Does it specify how many years?
No, sometime.
It must be a long time because they're. Dennis goes back to Steve's original house and puts it under the bed, and then time passes, and then we're introduced to our main characters. It's difficult. I think it's a thing of. I think we'll talk about this later, but it's a thing of. I think there's too many characters for this plot because we find out later on that kind of like two characters that are kind of like sidelined hugely. But yeah, it's kind of that case. So we have, I can't even remember the character's name. So we have the little boy. I've forgotten the name.
Henry.
Yeah. They are the stereotypical loner. The creative one that's not understood. Yeah. That represents us Minecrafters. Okay. And then and then they're moving to a new town with their sister because their parents have passed away. That's their thing. And then so they're moving into the house and they're settling with school life. But then there's also this landlord lady that, to be honest, I don't really needed to exist in the movie.
No.
Personally.
Yeah, she was just kind of there. She did things.
Yeah.
Got herself involved.
And then there's this champion gamer from the 80s who Jason Momoa plays called Garrett. I remember that much.
Garrett.
And they're kind of like turned into like a bum, pretty much. They own a gaming store.
He's washed.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then so things happen. Like, oh, well, shit, stinky. Oh, I'm in debt. You know, classic life things. You know, and then
life's got people down, and the world of Minecraft offers an opportunity to leave that.
Yeah. So Garrett goes to this storage hunters thing, right? And one of the most unexpected cameos, which I was a bit stupid for because I didn't think I would actually see this, is that the storage hunters. We have a lot of Minecraft YouTubers in that crowd. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It took me way off guard. I was like, oh yeah, of course they would get cameos in this somehow.
Yeah. A bizarre cameo, but a cameo nonetheless. They just kind of were there in the background.
Which one? It was Dan TDM. Is it Afmal?
Afmal, LD, Shadow Lady, and Mumbo Jumbo.
Was there another one?
No, that's it.
That was it. Yeah.
They should have got them PewDiePie. Just saying.
Yeah. Where's Stampy? That's my question.
Yeah, man.
Where's my YouTuber?
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, what's happening?
My YouTuber?
But I'm happy Dan TD was there.
Where will we?
That's what I was happy about.
We rated Minecraft 10 out of 10.
10, yeah. We should have been in the movie.
So we should have been invited.
Yeah. It's fine. Minecraft 2 will probably happen.
Yeah. But look, I'll take from here moving forward. Because we go from here, he buys a storage lot and it happens to have the strange, fucking cube thingy that Steve has. And then through some other fucking shenanigans, they get teleported into the world of Minecraft.
Wait.
I'm gonna be honest, right? There's a lot of plot here. You just don't need to fucking know.
Yeah, it does not matter.
This movie is entirely fluff.
Yeah.
It's just not that fucking important.
Like, at one
to be
point,
honest.
during this portion, I looked at the guys, I was like, when does the Minecraft start?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, there was a full, half an hour, maybe more, of just random bullshit in the day-to-day lives of these people, and then randomly at one point they go to Minecraft, and then the movie starts.
Because like here's why I'm saying that like the movie's like arguably not like a good movie. It's like they're trying to make us connect with these characters and just ultimately failing.
Yeah.
Because like that's not what we're here for.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think I gave a single shit about any of the characters apart from maybe Dennis, the dog, because he's a dog, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And Steve.
I don't fucking care about Steve.
No.
Like it just basically all sum up to them going to the world of Minecraft. From there, some more fucking shenanigans ensue as they try to escape the world of Minecraft, and then they just other shit just kind of happens.
So they're introduced to Minecraft, like the night system, like making jokes, like "oh, that was quick" and kind of thing, and then we get our first meme, pretty much, as they're surrounded by zombies and they make a makeshift hut, which you do in every Minecraft game at the first night. And Steve comes along and stays the day, and he goes, "I am Steve."
There you go.
And we applaud.
And then the credits roll. Yeah, and that's it.
And
yeah.
So Steve has been freed by Margosha to go find the thingy. And then I was pretty much expecting like some sort of like betrayal plot from Steve for some reason.
No, he just explained the situation.
He just explained the situation. He's like, okay, I need the thingy. I'm not going to tell you why I need the thingy, but yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also like you couldn't make Steve like a villain.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, they put themselves in a weird situation, I think.
They did, yeah.
But the thingy broke during that night thing, and that's why they need to find things to fix it. I think
They need to go to the Woodland Mansion.
To just get another version of the thingy, because there's just another version of the thingy out there.
And by the way, in between all this time, every other line that Jack Black has, he's mispronouncing something, not like accidentally, like he's purposefully just being like, you know, saying, if you watch Kung Fu Panda,
he's just being Jack Black.
In the essence of saying like skadoosh, like stuff like that.
Loot.
Loot. Fucking...
Yeah, no, he's just being Jack Black throughout the entire movie. I think the biggest takeaway you can take from this and the casting is that Jack Black is playing Jack Black. And that's about it.
Yeah.
Like, he's not playing a character specifically. He's just Jack Black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they go to a village to find a map to the Woodland Mansion, and we get this is a villager. This is a thing in the game, guys, if you didn't know. Yeah. This is a...
Before you continue, we forgot about the best part of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Once the party goes into the Minecraft world, one villager goes into the real world. It's like a fucking seat plot. Of the movie, and he just romances like a random I think it's like the principal of Henry School or whatever. Yeah. And that shit was funny as fuck. Yes. Man, that was the best part. I want like a rom-com with just them two.
Yeah, them two.
Yeah. It would just randomly cut away every so often in the movie to just the C plot of them
on a date.
You know, getting run over by a car, which was a famous clip, to then going on a date.
Yeah.
So on and so forth.
I didn't have any problem with that plot. I loved it. I was like, go back to the villager. What the fuck is
I feel like from the type of movie that we were watching, I'm like, yeah, this is totally acceptable. Yeah. Like, honestly, like... Yeah, of course, some bullshit like this is gonna happen, to be honest.
I cared more about them two than, like, the main party, or some people of the party.
Yeah, I mean, fair.
But, back to the village.
Yeah, you were saying, you know, you were making a joke earlier about they're going, this is this thing, this is this thing. I could surmise that was pretty much the movie. It's just, like, Steve going around going, this is this thing. This is how it works in Minecraft. Yes. All right, moving on.
Yeah.
Imagine if someone who plays Minecraft went to watch the Minecraft movie, not knowing what something was, and they're like, so that's what that's for.
It's probably more
like,
for the parents that don't know.
I know, but could you imagine? Like, there was just a kid be like, so that's how you use an elytra?
What?
And wait, you can use rockets?
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's like, it's just mostly that's the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you thought that was going to be a, 2020s, like, Jack Black movie without Jack Black singing,
Oh no.
you poor innocent soul.
Yeah, the lava chicken song caught me off guard. I was not expecting him to burst out into song. Shame on me,
There was
because
no
what the
reason.
fuck was... Yeah.
That's a whack-ass song, but funny.
Crazy the way they use songs in this movie, because they're not like musical sequences, but like he just kind of breaks out to song and then a backing track appears. It's the best way I can describe it.
I can imagine
like there's
going,
no
Jack
pre-context for him to be like, yeah, go on sing.
Yeah.
He just like is speaking
Make
and
a
then we'll
song.
just break out into song and then song will play.
Or it's even Jack Black going, hey, I got a song. I got a song I could do for the lava chicken. Ready? Here we go.
Yeah.
They kept it in.
Check me out.
Yeah.
But then it just cuts to, like, the rest of the cast just kind of idly watching him do his thing.
Yeah.
Which is so funny. Like, I just imagine, like, every time it cuts to them, just, like, the Vine boom. Just fucking...
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And before we forget, whilst they were in the village, there was a beautiful kind of homage to the True King Technoblade. That was crazy. Didn't think that was going to happen,
beautiful.
but they did.
And Jack Black calling him a legend.
Yeah.
Like, it was great.
So apparently, it was from what I read, it was the person who played Henry's suggestion to put that in.
Yeah.
Which was great. So they get double points for for
you
that.
know what? Like, it's the thing of, like, if there is going to be a Minecraft movie, and if there is someone to honor, it's like, come on.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then pretty much after that, piglins attack the village to try and get the thingy. And then the party are split. And then Garrett is the Jason Momoa's character is like, oh, I need money. Hey, Steve, I'll give you the thingy if you show me where your secret stash of diamonds are. And Steve's like, okay. And so they go to a mountain where his diamonds are stashed. And the girl characters are sidelined to find a map and just walk. And that's them for the rest of the movie.
And and like the sister character, she just randomly got good at fighting, and that became like her character trait, is that she's good at fighting. And the other one was there.
Yeah.
She just hung out.
So then we shift focus to the boys flying on their elytra, which I think
because this is a boys movie.
Yeah. They're on their elytras, so it implements that Steve beat the game.
Yeah.
And
if he's the End Dragon.
Yeah, he just has like a shit ton of elytras, and they fly, and there's a whole CGI sequence, which wasn't bad.
Like, hold on. Like, in the past month or two, sorry, this is a little bit of a tangent. Tyler and I, in our Minecraft world, we went elytra hunting, right? Could you imagine Jack Black just like flying around the end, just being like, I need extra elytras. What if I die? What if I lose it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So funny. So we're like, whoa! It's that visual. I'm sorry, please continue.
So yeah, we focus on the boys. They fly into the mountain. They get the diamonds, but then the piglins have found them again. So they have to escape on a minecart, and they go and do that. And there's a small little joke for the Minecraft players that they accidentally fall into Steve's creeper farm. Haha. A tunnel that's full of creepers.
It's just a cave of creepers in it.
It's just a cave.
Yeah.
It's just a cave. It's like
it
remotely just didn't even look like he did anything in the cave. You just put trap down. It's just a tunnel with a track.
Yeah.
And it's just full of creepers.
Yep.
still funny.
That's it.
But yeah, and then they
Made me
make their
laugh.
way to the Woodland Mansion, and Henry finds the thingy, and then Garrett and Steve try and do distraction, but they get caught and they're forced to box a
no.
chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey. Whoa.
Yeah.
And we all clapped.
So that's the chicken jockey moment,
Yeah.
and everyone loves it. Love chicken jockey.
So Henry goes through these chest room, which like little cameos to other items in the game, and then they find the thingy. But then there's an Enderman in the top floor,
No.
and the Enderman has a new ability, which is interesting, which just makes you hallucinate that all your friends hate you and you're dumb.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
was I liked the concept of like in a movie sense.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, like in a game, it just makes those weird noises and
Yeah.
whatever. I like the idea that it messes with your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
However, the big conflict thing that they had for Henry was kind of mid.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, he dealt with the Enderman way too easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would have died.
Like,
No
he just kinda
armor on,
swung-
anything. Crazy.
He just swung a diamond axe around.
Yeah.
Yeah, he literally
and-
just swung it around, and then the Enderman just walked into it. So
Yeah.
it's just like,
Yeah.
all right, fair.
Fucking idiot. He just placed water bucket down and it would have been fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Silly,
Yeah.
silly.
But I did like the idea, the execution.
Yeah.
Not so great.
Yeah.
But, and also resulted to such a funny moment that when Henry was dealt with that, like it was in the level above, like in the Woodland Mansion, it was a level above Jack Black and Jason Momoa. I forget their characters. And he just dug down to meet them. He falls with the fucking crystal thingy in hand. Jack Black asks him, "Did you get the thing?" And he just goes, "Yeah."
Yeah,
with the
like-
thing in hand.
Yeah.
Like in the shot, him holding it up to them, and then he turns
Yeah.
around and goes, "Did you get the thing?" Oh man,
It felt like in
it's
theater
crazy.
when like you have to keep this illusion of like disbelief. It was like it could have made it they put it in the backpack or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But the rest of the movie is pretty simple. They go to escape. They get intercepted by more piglins. Oh no!
No, again.
But then we lose Garrett. Oh no, he's dead.
He sacrifices
Oh,
himself heroically.
shit.
But not
Proving
before
himself.
Slime Black.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they fly off, and then they fucking meet the other two people who were just randomly fucking about. They
just-
built a base
Yeah,
in the
Bill
found
Tate still
meantime.
playing the
Dennis.
game. And found
Who
Dennis.
also just randomly found Dennis and then retamed him, and then I don't know, whatever. So that they found him. They're hanging out now. They all come back together,
And then they're like,
and then
"Oh,
we
no."
get hit with the staple line of the entire movie, right? Because things are looking rough. Okay,
Yeah.
the piglins have got the thingy somehow. I don't fucking remember how. They just have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's
they're opening the portal to the Nether, and all the Nether is coming into the overworld, and it's gonna fill it with darkness like the Nether. Oh no, what gonna do? And everyone is looking so dire and sad as as this pillar of fucking beam of light fucking shoots the sky. Can we have this in normal Minecraft? No.
No.
Is that meant to be a beacon? Am I?
No,
Oh,
No.
Is a beacon meant to be the thingy?
that's not a
No.
beacon.
Are you sure? I'm
Yes,
just thinking
I'm
about
pretty
it.
100%
I'm just
certain
like,
that's not a beacon.
okay,
It
alright.
was just some shit they made up.
It looked like it.
Maybe got inspired by the beacon.
I think it's
Maybe.
inspired by it, but I don't think it's a beacon.
Okay.
It was
'Cause it didn't
literally they
buff
just
anyone.
threw a thing in the sky and then it just shot a purple thing in the sky. Typical movie shit.
Okay.
Right. But like things are looking dire, right? And
And as things were so rough, that was the best line. And guys, let's say it together. Ready? First, we mine. Then, we craft. Let's Minecraft.
And then they all put their hands together, and then they go and fight the big bad guy. Oh no!
With a small montage of them gathering shit and getting an army of iron golems, and then giving an iron golem the boots of swiftness.
Yep, some random thing. Just don't worry about it.
Yeah, they just made that up.
And there's one like Optimus Prime Iron Golem, let's say.
Yeah, there's literally the Optimus Prime Iron Golem is like my exact thinking of how I could describe that Iron Golem. Where there was just one specific Iron Golem that just was somehow given a random item, and then the Iron made new Iron Golem. Can we get that in the game? No.
Yeah.
Moving on. They fight. Shit happens.
They have big fight. They win. The heroes win. The piglins are defeated, burnt and turned into zombies. Crazy, bit graphic. And then they're like, they say their goodbyes, and then we get a beautiful song from Steve, who's saying to Dennis to go back to the overworld with everyone. But then the song becomes redundant because Steve just joins them anyway in the real world.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then everything goes back to normal. Yeah. Everyone's happy.
Everyone's fine.
They make a game that's not Minecraft. Yeah. It's another fighting game, but it's based in the world of Minecraft. Random shit happens. Henry has a jetpack now.
Sing again.
The villager and the principal, they're together now.
Yeah.
They're married. I don't know. And then the movie just kind of ends.
Yeah. And there's a post-credit scene.
That's it.
Where Steve finds Alex at the end.
Yeah.
Is repeating Minecraft 2?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah.
So that's a recap of the Minecraft movie.
Yeah.
That was like 30 minutes long.
Very simple kind of thing. But let's just talk about the. I think personally, people are going to disagree with me, and I'm going to defend this. But I kind of thought the look of the movie was great.
The look?
Yeah. Like the set pieces, the general themes and aesthetic. I thought it was great.
Here's why I'll disagree with you.
Okay.
When I watched the movie, I wasn't offended or put off by it. Mm-hmm. But the reason is because I'd watched trailers before.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe the backgrounds and stuff were okay. Mm-hmm. Mostly, it's more the character design that more.
Right. Which characters designed in specifically? All of them, or?
I think all of them. Because to be honest,
they're very cursed.
Because sorry. I got the initial shock whilst watching the trailers. So when I went to watch the movie, I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm already used to this. I've seen this." But if I'd gone, I feel like if I'd gone to the cinema without watching any trailers, any whatever, I would be like, "What the fuck is?" Like my initial reaction, when the trailer came out.
That was my reaction first when watching the trailer for the first time. But then I think it just slowly grew on me, and I kind of
that's
liked
what I'm saying,
it. And I think if we were to replace it with what it would look like in the game, I think it would just look like a fan-made Minecraft project. Personally,
honestly, I don't think that's so bad.
I don't know. I just don't think it would be.
Here's my thought. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give my piece on this.
Okay.
All right. So, there's a few things. First, the movie was very intentionally called a Minecraft movie.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And in the wake of that, I, did some more research on the movie, all that shit. And heard the director's take on why it is called that, and it's because there's so many ways you could do a Minecraft movie. This is their version of it.
Yeah.
Right? Which is fair. Okay? This movie tried to get off the ground for 10 plus years, and it's got fucking nowhere. And so for it to finally come out, sure. And this is what they landed with, sure. But here's what I would say. All the props and the sets, they looked great, right? The props were amazing. Like the set of like the village was great. The CGI really was a lot better than it was shown in the trailers, like in regards to matching the people to the environment, because in the original trailers the people just did not look like they were in the actual place they were in. And in the movie I'd say it was a lot better, but here's what I would say. It was not Minecraft.
Right.
It was good looking sets, it was good looking props, but to me none of it reminded me of like Minecraft. It was like a movie. To me. Like the environments they were in just like to me felt like the furthest away from what a Minecraft forest looks like. Like or like I think the caves probably was like maybe the most accurate because it's just a hole and it's kind of hard to fuck up a hole to be honest.
Yeah.
I just think they could have embraced a lot more of the Minecraft-iness of it.
Yeah, like, I think they definitely
especially with
could have gotten away with
the trees. The trees, they really did not need to do those thin-ass twigs. They did not need to do that.
Yeah, there was some crazy additions they made to the trees that was like... I think they just got a bit too out there for me personally, where I was like, a lot of this just doesn't look like Minecraft to me anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it just does just look like a movie. It's just like a fantasy movie, kids movie of going to another world, and the other world's just different from real life. Like, it wasn't to me where I'm like, oh yeah, this is Minecraft. Like, the thing that I would express that is like Minecraft is the, you know, how mechanics work and like things like that, and like items. Like, the props look really good in the end, in my opinion. Like the swords and stuff really grew on me. The armor was like cool in concept, horrible
but whilst
like
being worn
in practice, because like
I think it's
Jack Black
horrible
wearing that armor is the goofiest thing I've ever seen in my life. I think it's
because the armor just didn't fit Jack Black. I think if it was on
but I just don't think it's really difficult to just make a set of like Minecraft armor that you would put on and like realistically it would look cool. Like, I think we've all seen the Corridor Digital like Minecraft like fan film back in the day. They looked fucking stupid, and like that's kind of
the idea.
The idea is like it's really hard to get like to make Minecraft armor make sense.
Do you think they should have just made like a set of armor, like more realistic set of armor, but was like diamond?
No.
I feel like that was the route they were probably going to go down based on the way this movie looks, but like I guess in the end they decided against it. It just maybe the armor should have gone on other people instead of Jack Black. Maybe that was the consensus.
Because the helmet just didn't fit Jack Black at all. That's why it looks so goofy. So
I think they just embraced the goofiness.
They did a full body shot of just like him wearing the armor, and it was like so segmented. Like there was just like bits on his leg, and then like some on his chest, and like it's like helmet. Just, like we'll probably get a picture on the screen to show you. It just looks so bizarre.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing I will say, they did put some, attention to detail with one thing. I don't know if you guys remember when they first go into the Minecraft area, like they get attacked by mobs, right?
Yeah.
And you just see these flaming arrows. So it's like, oh shit. And it was obviously the skeletons, and somehow all the skeletons had enchanted bows. So like I thought it was a cool detail that they showed that those bows were enchanted. It was a bit like a little too many, but it wasn't just that's the property of the game. It's not that they're all enchanted. That's why they're fiery. Like we understand that.
Yeah.
But I don't know how many people would, but they haven't played the game, sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a huge detail you need to worry about. I think
it's a good detail now.
I mean, but it's a cool thing for people who know the game to notice and go, oh, that's cool. But like, I don't think it's important for people who don't know.
Yeah, it's not important.
Yeah.
Again, as we said, Minecraft movie, it's not important.
Yeah, I think what Tom's trying to say is that there are details in this movie where like you can see. I mean, they worked literally with Mojang to make the movie, and Mojang was there being like, "Oh yeah, this is how this works, and like this is what this is." So like, they helped add the attention to detail, and like even content creators like Mumbo Jumbo, who was on the movie, made things for the movie. Like he was a part of the production crew. Like there's a shot where Garrett is like shot by a bunch of cactuses, I think, when they're in a cave, and like that scene was like pitched and like helped made by Mumbo Jumbo. Like it seems a bit of like a collaborative community effort in like the way the game works, and I think they nailed like how the game works in a sense. But yeah, there's just a lot of randomness and a lot of things where it's just like, this movie would have been fine if none of this was in it. Like we didn't need a tater launcher, which was just a random gun that shot potatoes, or not even potatoes, it was tater tots.
That's a toy. That's going to be a toy, Tyler. They need to sell merchandise.
You can fucking sell a diamond sword. They've done it for years, man.
But that's not a gun.
Do you know how many diamond swords
cool.
and enchanted
Guns
bows that are in fucking Argos or Tesco's where they just sell like a creeper mask?
They need a new one specific for the Minecraft movie.
For years. It has merchandising for years. That game is built on merchandising. They do not need a potato tot launcher gun.
You're telling a business that they don't need any more money? Crazy.
They could just re-release the fucking diamond sword and make it shinier, bro. That's literally what they would do.
Yeah.
Like, there was no... Like, I'm sorry, there is no way to defend the tater tot launcher.
Yeah. So, moving on. I think we can all agree the plot was meh, right?
Sure.
Yeah. We've mentioned it before of just like, for the characters themselves, they weren't very, what's the word, interesting to be invested in, right?
Yeah.
So when they were like trying to make an effort of making the characters defined and have their character arcs at moments, I didn't really give a shit. I don't think anyone did, and I think they were executed really poorly, just in a rushed moment for them to just develop real quick. To try and show that the movie has some sort of like cool plot and growth kind of thing with their characters, but
emotional.
But that just was nothing.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it didn't need to be there. At all.
Yeah. No one cared.
Yeah, no one cared. It was silly, but I think I was just thinking like, I mean, I have a few ideas, but I was like trying to think of like, what else possibly could you write as a plot for a Minecraft movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think they could have literally just done Steve's story that they skipped through in the very beginning.
Yeah.
That would have been perfect.
But then...
That would have been not a Minecraft movie, that would have been the Minecraft movie.
Yeah, and just have it be a one-man show with CGI characters and...
Fast, yeah, it's fine.
And I think what I said before, of like, if they wanted to introduce a character from the real world, because for some reason a lot of these movies have to have that now, which is annoying as fuck, but hey ho.
Yeah.
It's just have Alex be the quote unquote main character and come into the world or whatever, and then follow Alex finding Steve, and then they stop the piglings that way kind of thing. Or you even do another thing where you don't set it in the real world and you just have it in the overworld with Steve, like he has his journey or whatever, and he's been in the world for so long kind of thing, and then he thinks he's alone, and then somehow stumbles upon someone else's builds and like, oh, someone else is here, and finds Alex and do that kind of plot instead.
That would be great.
There's a lot they could have done.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many different takes of the story that have been developed and could be drawn reference on, like fucking Minecraft story mode.
Yeah.
Is like something that comes to mind where it's like they did a pretty fucking decent job at like developing a Minecraft story. It's like set in the world of Minecraft but making their own kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think they could have very easily done something similar with this movie.
Yeah.
But they chose a very different route.
I think
which is fair, I guess.
What I'm thinking of the goal of the Minecraft movie was to introduce people to Minecraft, I think. From like thinking about it, yeah. And like trying to like
this movie was more like here you go. You like Minecraft? Go.
This is Minecraft.
Yeah.
This is the game that your kids are playing. You know. and trying to like widen it out to an even larger audience, even though everyone knows what fucking Minecraft is.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I think without further ado, we can go on with loads of different things about this movie for ages, but we don't want to sit here for 3-4 hours.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we'll touch upon it again in future podcasts, whatever, because it's still fresh in our brains. But like, I think it's time to, I guess, rate the movie. Rate the movie. So who wants to go first?
I think I need to give 2 different ratings.
Oh, okay, interesting.
My movie experience was a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
The best movie experience I've ever had.
Yeah.
It was electric. It was fun. And I even thanked the people there after we were done watching the movie for making the experience better. My movie review, I guess, would be like a 4.
Crazy.
I think it's similar fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it was an absolute amazing cinema experience. Everyone made the film so much, like, more enjoyable, and it was a lot more of a better experience. But I think you've also got to, like Tom has, like, you have to separate that from the actual movie itself, because it wasn't the movie itself that was making me, like, really happy and excited. It was more that, you know, people, like, you know, having fun and reacting to it and, like, hyping each other up. And I think there were a few moments that made me laugh and it was funny, but, like, it was alright. It wasn't amazing, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd probably give it maybe a 5.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, it's just an average movie.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I think I'll go on the same boat that it's not like the best movie in the world, and I don't think it was ever going to be. But I think I tell that there was some heart and community like put into the movie, regardless of what the designs look like or whatever happened, and the look of it and stuff. And yeah, maybe the plot bits were janky, but maybe they were trying to focus on the fast-paced side of areas and stuff, because it's a kids movie, you know, that kind of thing, and focusing on the jokes and all that. But I generally low-key kind of enjoyed the film. Like, yeah, the cinema experience helped, but I think still, if I was just to watch this by myself, I think I would still enjoy the movie for what it is, like a Minecraft movie. You know, I don't think I would be pissed off if I just watched this, like I didn't go to cinema and watched this by myself. Like, I wouldn't be pissed off of the movie going, oh, what the fuck is this? I think I would still generally enjoy it because it was funny. I think I would describe the movie more as fun than anything. And I had fun watching it. Like, and so for me personally at the moment, I think I'm going to give it a 6.5. I'm not going to go any higher than that because I do think that is ridiculous. But I generally had no problem with the look, like the look of it whilst watching it. It grew on me. I kind of like, yep, this fits this movie. Like, this is a movie in itself. It was fine.
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever choose to watch the movie by myself.
Yeah.
I'd have to have someone there.
Yeah, I would. I might rewatch it if it was on like TV or something, just for fun or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, it is like a watch together kind of film, I think, and then I think that is also the vibes of it as well.
Yeah.
But so if we had to round it out, it would be like a 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. Yeah.
5 out of 10. Chillin' rating.
Yeah.
I guess. I know if in the future podcast we're going to be rating things. Yeah. This time it just made sense.
In future we're just gonna rate each other.
Yeah.
We're gonna rate each other. But yes.
That's it.
So that's it for this podcast.
First thoughts on the Minecraft movie done. There you go.
Hope you guys enjoyed the new format. There should be either videos that came before this podcast or that will come out after. I hope you're enjoying those or will enjoy those.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
All right.
But with that being said, we've been chilling. And you, chill out.
Chicken jockey, bye!